New this morning, the Communist Chinese Party helping to secure President Xi Jinping's political future. Leaders approved a resolution that's expected to set the stage for Xi to extend his rule for a third five-year term. Joining me now, Ohio Congressman, House Armed Services Committee member, and House Intelligence Committee member, Mike Turner. Congressman, good morning.
Morning, Cheryl.
Your reaction to another 5 years of Xi Jinping and the fact that he has now become, for all essential purposes, a dictator?
Right. Well, on this Veterans Day, as we are thankful for all those who've served our nation to secure our democracy and liberty, when we see what China is doing, it certainly gives us that foreshadow of concern. A buildup of their military, a modernization, an expansion of their nuclear weapons program, up to 1,000 nuclear weapons. You don't see another country that's so rapidly expanding their nuclear capabilities, doing mock-ups of U.S. ships for practices, and what they're doing in space all appear to be, in a threatening posture, and certainly give a concern as to what might happen in the future.
No, I'm glad
we talk a lot about supply. So
no,
yeah,
I'm glad about the nuclear
supply
issue.
Chain. Yes, it's important. And the supply chain disruptions that we talk about, this is the ultimate in supply chain disruption as we look to what Xi may be doing in leading China into an aggressive stance.
Well, obviously the Pentagon is concerned about the nuclear threat from China, but I think that your point about the supply chain crisis is well put because, there's still some out there that really are concerned about. It's not just the fact that you've got American investors that were buying shares of Chinese companies. Maria's talked a lot about that. But then you've also got the fact that the economic power that the Chinese still hold over us. And then you've got President Biden, who's got this virtual summit with him, with Xi Jinping on Monday. It doesn't seem like the China threat is being taken seriously enough at the administration level.
Absolutely. And what, everyone had hoped that as China opened up, as we opened up our economy and began to enter into a greater trade relationship, that they would become more like us. Now that we see this military buildup and their more aggressiveness in the area, they just did a military exercise with Russia and China where they circled Japan, threatening our ally Japan. It really gives us all concern as to what direction China is really going and what does it mean for the future for the United States.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Just opinion, get in here. Obviously, this is something that the previous administration took a very hard stance on. And you have to say President Trump wasn't wrong about China. Now we've taken a different direction.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Congressman, I would love to get your perspective here because when you talk about what's happening here, you see that we just found out that China has surpassed our Navy in size. We find out that we're witnessing the largest nuclear buildup in the Chinese desert, arguably since the Cold War. Over 200 nuclear silos potentially in that Chinese desert. You see them propping up Iran and their nuclear ambitions, a $400 billion 25-year alliance. How do we get the world to see, and maybe this administration to see what the world has already known, that this is a five-alarm fire that threatens the stability of not just the region, but the world, particularly when you talk about the fact that they have missiles circling the globe in outer space, and we are defenseless to do anything about it.
Right, absolutely. You just referenced that their advances in hypersonics, where they just launched a hypersonic in orbit around the Earth that was intended to prove their concept that can include a nuclear weapon where we wouldn't even know where it's coming from or have an ability to defend against it. These are not actions that are being taken by a country that wants to be our ally, our friend, and our trading partner. These are actions that are being taken by a country that wants to dominate worldwide. They see they're using their economic base to be able to expand militarily, and that certainly threatens us. It threatens our allies, and it certainly doesn't show that they have good intentions.
And the fact that they're building these mock-ups, I think it should be very disconcerting for all of us. And then you've also got human rights abuses, which I'm kind of surprised that President Biden, has not addressed that more. It's almost like he's afraid of the Chinese. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but your reaction to that ahead of the summit on Monday.
Well, absolutely. This is a huge failure on the Biden administration, as they've been running around, pulling out of Afghanistan with just such disaster and really diminishing our role around the world. And then turning to China, they've been complicit in China's growth, China's military expansion. They've not called China out on this. And you wonder, really, how is it that this administration can have such a blind eye to China and not try to address this with them, and yet at the same time continue to allow them to expand economically and militarily. This should be #1 on their agenda. It was #1 on the Trump agenda.
And that is the work that you are doing right now, Congressman. Congressman Mike Turner, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.